Don't we have fast learner? I thought we do. I guess we don't. Did I take quick thinking instead? I did. I don't remember exactly where I left off, but either way, if I'm not after Mimi, which is Miku, then we will do Miku. But if we don't have Miku, like you see right there, I'm just gonna go back to Mimi, although we do have a character unlocked, and yes, there's a custom character here. Just ignore that for the moment as I do an ill-fated run. I already did an ill-fated run, but again, this is, if the description didn't say so anywhere, I am still a little sick right now. So, as we get into a Thotu ill-fated character exclusive Mimi, allow me to explain the reason why there have pretty much been no videos well, there have been no streams because this was a special week and I wanted to test things out. But I haven't been putting out videos because I got sick a few days ago. The onset of my sickness was a few days ago, as we have second light Takushi-san, charisma, and maybe knowledge. And right after that, I got intensely sick, where my voice, you might hear it now, but essentially, my voice is not working so well. So, I mean, if I'm this bad right now, I don't know what I sound like. Even though I have the things on me as I proceed to do this on accident, because I didn't save anything here, just know that it was even worse 24 hours ago. If you didn't see what I posted on the community page of my channel. So that's pretty much for explanations. If I am not doing as well, hey, maybe the video turns out better because I'm not able to speak as much on the matter, although that may take away from my ability to focus on what I should or should not be doing. That being said, I also have not been able to play as much World of Horror or Ascending Aspire as I wanted to, but that's because I was focusing on other things. I see Metamorphosis, Nails, I almost said Bulletin, Kana, Recluse, and Festival. So with that said, probably Kana, Metamorphosis, Recluse, unless something amazing happens, because we are on a Thotu. We have Kana, so that's our saving grace here, but let's see, we have Metamorphosis, we have Schoolheim Forest, Max School and Max Forest. I have Festival, I think, too, right? So that's already going to... If I want to just autopilot, which I really shouldn't, I should just set it to the Forest. If I see Festival footage or Botanist, for those who don't know, because the series is based around a clean save, so I should be treating it as if I'm speaking to newer players. But if you have any of those three mysteries, Festival, Footage, or Botanist, you can pretty much set and forget Forest for police patrols, if it is at least at high. Otherwise, if you know you're going to be in a doomed location like Coma Ward, you have to set it to a max threat level hospital, set patrols to the hospital. If you have Scissors and Mermaids, and the school is at max threat level, then you set the police station to there. We're taking stamina damage on purpose, although I did not know at the time. And I forgot what I was going to say, because I want to say a lot more. Man, me being sick has really done a number to my body. If you haven't already heard me talk about it, I think it was in another video I had earlier. We're on ill-fated, and this is stamina. Then basically how it works, no matter who is around me, is that if someone gets sick around me, I will initially not get sick, but then it'll spread as normal if it's a contagious disease. If it is not a contagious disease, chances are I don't get sick. I had a cough really quickly. That's just how my body seems to function. However, if I get sick and the illness that I have is somewhat contagious, usually whoever's around me is going to get sick. I don't know why. It's more likely depending on who's around me specifically, without really naming identities, but that's just, even among strangers when I was in school, I wasn't supposed to do reason, but I tend to make other people sick. It's very noticeable because I go in, even though I'm not, I don't feel like I'm sick, or maybe I start getting symptoms during school, but then I get sick later on. But then I find out the next day, when I actually do get sick and have to take a break off school, that the people around me, or at least a few people, got sick. It's happened over a dozen times now, among various grades, high school, so on and so forth. I would like to brace, but with 6 strength, we don't really get anything cool. 80%, I mean, I can go for it, but this is all for an occult diary. Although, Fine, yeah, we'll go for it. Don't we have the thing? Don't we have fast learner? I thought we do. I guess we don't. Did I take quick thinking instead? I did. Nonetheless, we're gonna brace here. I've been interested in, on an off-tangent thing, I've been interested in seeing other people play Harbinger, as this game has been out for longer. At the same time, I still see things like not bracing on 4 reason or stamina, because you can just desperate action, but there is still a lot to take in for World of Horror. I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna get the Restless bonus. And with every game, it's just that World of Horror, I think, in my opinion, is not the hardest game to learn. If you really want to sink your teeth into it and get a full meal plus dessert, then you can definitely wrap your head around World of Horror. The problem is once you start adding custom events, mysteries, and characters, you can start throwing everything out the window, but we're not quite at that stage yet. We have a few mod packs that can be used to replace every single event and mystery if we're looking at, you know, the whole of how much custom... If you didn't know, there's enough custom content for you to basically just replace the game. Now, you can't do custom mechanics, custom allies, items, perks completely, but that's... I've always been an I've always been a supporter of the I guess, idea that even though we don't have full customization in World of Horror, which is something I could say something about that. I don't want to take Metamorphosis into Recluse. Ugh. Hold on, let me think. Oh, I don't want to save Metamorphosis for later, but that means if I end Metamorphosis, I have whatever reason I have going into Recluse. I think I'm going to have to do it, though. That also means I want to take a point in knowledge. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Not really much here. Mimi starts with a scalpel and high enough knowledge to prep attack. That's usually what you do. If you decide not to, you're essentially banking on getting a better weapon at the hardware shop for strength, because Mimi doesn't have bad strength. But anyway, I mean, it is still relevant for newer players. If you don't want to play the base mysteries and whatnot, you do have other avenues to... You have enough custom mysteries and events to do so. But what I was saying before is that... I forgot which one is which. That's stamina. Okay, good. I need to rest, though, so let's rest a few times. Recluse is going to be low doom. I need to really concentrate, but at the same time, I want to finish my conversation. So what was I saying? Enough to replace the game itself, and even though we're not in a place where we can basically make a custom whole run for World of Horror, I've always been very supportive of the fact that you have enough on your plate already as it is, even if it's just events and whatnot. But now that we have mysteries, and custom mysteries can be fleshed out to some extent, especially graphically, you can do a lot of amazing graphical and audio or audio design things. I'm not saying the right word, but you can do a lot, and you will have enough on your plate. And the reason why I would still argue against people who are like, oh, I still want custom items and whatnot. I mean, yes, if that option were available, we would probably have more people making mods for the game. With that said, though, I wouldn't really believe... I would be more neutral, but I would still disagree that we're not going to get anything. No one's going to make all that. There are a few people who've already made that, but they were modders or creators of custom content currently in-game right now, who were already going to make as much as they did. And in fact, we do, so... As someone who's done a Nuzlocke series with nothing but those custom events, replacing every single event and enemy, by the way, I think I have some authority at least to say that. Now, don't take my experience and hearsay as complete truth, but I think there is still some weight to be had in it. And other people, as I cough, I think would agree the same. Because anyone who's been playing World of Horror for at least a year or two now has definitely touched the custom content, if only just once or twice, to see what the hubbub is or is not. Also, we don't get extra damage here, do we? No, we do not. I could throw the funny mask, but that's probably worse. So, instead, we're just gonna guarantee this by doing a kick. And the next turn we should get out. Now, I have 6 reason going into Recluse, so with first aid it'll be 8, theoretically speaking. But we want to make sure we're perfectly fine, so Because I still have Bath, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to take Recluse now. And if we die for this, well, that's going to be interesting. Because we unlocked, in the previous episode of this Harbinger Horror series, we unlocked a new, not perk pack, what do I want to say? Card pack, which is why I have Recluse and Metamorphosis, I think, right? I think Nails, was it Nails? I think Nails is given to you at base. But you need the card pack D, I think, to get Recluse, Metamorphosis, and Teacher as Mystery. Correct me if I'm wrong. Although, there are goods and bads. For Mimi, it's a bit better if we're gonna talk about Mimi for a moment. Because Mimi can get to 8 knowledge, therefore getting bonus damage on the roommate here. Now, whether or not that's really gonna help you out is a separate issue. But we'll see. On our third mystery, that's usually when I would take Recluse, so again, we'll see if it actually makes a difference. If I had something to throw, that's really what I'm thinking about. If I didn't have anything to throw, it doesn't matter how high your knowledge is, unless you have like 16 knowledge, maybe. And it depends on your weapon too, but anywho. So we take 3 reason damage here, we deal, yeah, so we can lose 6 reason. I don't think we can brace into anything, so we're just losing 6 reason. I could, if I'm feeling lucky, I could maybe get the ritual in 2 turns. And even that would be breaking even, so instead we're just going to sever. I could also memory extract for reason, but I should be okay. Especially since Mimi has first aid, which I would argue is her better perk. Some people might say anatomy class. But because first aid is guaranteed and reason is such a scarce resource with base events and mysteries, in my opinion, then that's why I think that first aid is the better perk. I also didn't check, well, I did, actually. So what I don't remember is my second encounter. We don't have a light source either, so thank goodness we have memory extract. Maybe I just want to sit on my experience from now on, but I guess we'll find out. We can take Festival now. Nails, we can deal with moderately well. We're not doing ending A there, so the handcuffs will help out. What I was gonna actually say on that is that I should be trying to get as many endings as possible too. That's just what I feel I should be doing with Harbinger Horror. The problem with that is that... Can I sell this stuffed toy, by the way? I get Yoichi for 2 funds. I would have to tree to make him work, so we're not gonna take him. But back on topic. Kind of forgot. Oh, teacher. Basically, not teacher. Nails. And doing ending A. Basically, I shouldn't say basically. If I have a chainsaw, I'll probably be going for a lot of ending A's. And even then, I would need... we have a very obvious example... Oh, what do I want to take here? I think I just want to take the... Is this just an injury? It is. So, we'll take that. But I need Book of Gore if I want to do Botanist ending A, or hope to do Botanist ending A, and even then, I need to hope to never get a broken jaw. I'll take all the injuries in the world, it could be 3 cut arteries, I will... That's the only way you're going to be seeing me... Well, one of the few ways, aside from pseudo-infinites or infinites, that I will do Botanist ending A. Among other mysteries that are harder, it's just that Botanist is definitely the hardest one to ending A, in my opinion, on Harbinger. Also, what do I want to do here? No, I don't want to just eat this damage in the face. I could choose to run. I have the Doom to run. I could also brace and go for a... Hold on, what are my odds here? Actually, I can do that. So, let's brace into a boost attack. And then next turn, we'll do boost attack, boost strong to get out for only -1 all. Although, I mean, 10 experience is better than most. So, what I was going to lament, but then it was actually 10. I thought Leech Girl was 8 experience. I don't know why. We are ill-fated, so let's just take stamina and move on. Now, if we're on timeline B, we may have an issue, because I'm pretty sure 8 strength is a threshold for this encounter usually. I think it also depends on your base weapon damage, but I guess we're going to find out. First, the timeline. We're on timeline B, and now we see. Yeah, a Spiral Hood is nice, but... Oof. Oof. And you know, funny enough, whether it was on purpose or not, the fact that the fight is designed around a hidden HP value is, in my opinion, better, because what you could do is, if this were true HP, like 20 HP, which is how much damage you need to do attacking the cultist to get out of this encounter, you could just throw items at this boss if it were exactly what you need to do to defeat this boss. That's not the case, but I think you can still do a thing. It's just that it's not very likely. Unless you're fishing for it, then it's a bit more likely. I'm deciding if I want to do this. 9 Doom. For 9 Strength, 7 Dexterity. I'm just gonna run. Not dodge. Run, please. It's what's the word I'm trying to use? Value my doom. Although I would actually advise other people to take the spiral hood there. I personally do not. I'm in nails now. Maybe I should have used it for bracing into a guaranteed attack, but we may be fine. Now, do we have school investigations is my next question, because if we have at least 2, we can at least break even by using the police station. We're also going to... We don't have a curse, right? No, so we can sell this stuffed toy and hopefully not get a curse. I'm just going to police station anyway. I'm actually going to also sit on the experience I have in case I need the reason. Nails is a stamina encounter. I could grab... This essentially pays for itself, funny enough. If I want to heal reason. But I shouldn't need to. We'll find out, though. Otherwise, I'll memory extract. Again, it'll pay for itself if I made a mistake. So it's more an option select there. We'll just take the stamina damage here. No reason not to. I could have also sold the library notes. That's what I should have done. Thankfully, Ill-Fated does not affect that event for whatever reason. It works differently, like some other events, but... Just know that, as you just saw, you can succeed, quote-unquote, succeed that event. Well, it is a success during Ill-Fated... during the Ill-Fated backstory. Also, we only had 1 school investigation, but as long as we get out of this mystery, we should be okay. I am going to memory extract once. And we should be perfectly fine here. Because even if he destroys my stamina, which... he will, but I should be able to handcuffs. If I die here, it's because I failed to use the handcuffs, but I should be able to just face tank this. And then we profit. Oh, okay, good. And then, yeah, we don't need to level up. We don't need to level up anymore, so really I should just be able to brute force this lighthouse. We can definitely brute force this lighthouse. Because I can just rest a few times and we should be fine. We have 9 knowledge, 8 strength, so we can only take upwards of 3 stamina damage. And we have the charisma and the knowledge check. Do we have the 6th floor? Never mind, we don't even have the knowledge check. So just every single non-stat check. Although I do... Maybe I should have traded reason. So one last little optimal thing you could do here, or before this, is that during the boss, I could have traded reason for stamina, so I'd be at 5 reason. Then I could purposely fail the light check to put me under 3 reason. That way, when I run into Takushi-san on the 4th floor here, I can do a desperate action. But I can't do that. So, I mean, there might be another way for me to do it. I'm just not thinking, but I just want to get through with this because I am still... I'm on the tail end of me being sick. That being said, we took Metamorphosis second because of... Metamorphosis things. Well, we failed a light check anyway, but what I'm saying still applies. I could also still do a thing. I don't remember that at all. And the funny mask killed us regardless, but we can still do the same thing. Otherwise, I can just throw this at Takushi-san because that's 17 damage and he only does 3 doom. So, I was gonna say more, but I'll leave the video as is. I won't flood you with any more knowledge. We don't need to level up here, so... If we have more unlocked, well, I'll go over my achievements because even I forgot. But without further ado, hey, that's that Mimi run, and that should be more than enough for me to start just doing other achievements. I don't know how I'm going to treat the other achievements that are easier. I guess I'll try to do them in the run. I'll just go crazy for it, but I think we have the same amount of achievements than we did before. Otherwise, I mean, I'll go over them here anyway. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to support me long term. Otherwise, I mean, I will just be here. So... Oh, I haven't died yet? Really? So C, I don't have C yet. Oh, I do have C. Never mind. I don't know what these two are. I think those are just recovery items. If I recall, pain medication and experimental drug? Question mark? But otherwise, yeah, not really much else. I already did everything there. Human enemy, 7th playthrough. Oh, we get sick tasks. So just to make sure, I'll go to the God screen just to show. But yeah, without further ado, that should be the end. Memberships are also open, but we also have this. I guess I'll play with this and just hate myself. Otherwise, we're going to try to also do achievements while we are trying to survive. Otherwise, I'll just revert my save. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!